Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk Counties, Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team. Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. A Long Island man who's already spent 7 years in prison on a fatal drunken driving conviction will be going back to jail for driving drunk again. 35-year-old Kenneth Borosen of Cora was found guilty last month of driving drunk and other charges last July. Today in court in Riverhead, Borosen was sentenced to 1 1/3 to 4 years in prison. This last conviction is Borosen's third DWI in 11 years. In 1999, Borosen was driving drunk when he was in a crash with another car on Route 25A in Miller Place, killing a Ronkonkoma teenager and injuring 2 of his friends. Nassau County Police now say a third suspect has been arrested in connection with a fatal stabbing at a Hempstead bar back in December. The suspect has been identified as 28-year-old Antonio Castillo of Valley Stream. 27-year-old Johnny Nazario Mazarigo and 18-year-old Angel Vasquez, both of Roosevelt, have already been arrested in connection with the 2 stabbings at the El Pacifico bar on North Franklin Street back on December 23rd. Police say 2 victims were stabbed. 23-year-old Futako Galindo of Westbury was pronounced dead. The other stabbing victim was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Castillo was arrested yesterday in El Paso, Texas, and has been extradited to Nassau County. A state Supreme Court judge has decided the governor should be the one who appoints a special prosecutor to probe allegations of improprieties at the Nassau County Police Crime Lab. A national accreditation group placed the crime lab on probation in December, citing over 24 violations. Then, last week, District Attorney Kathleen Rice and County Executive Edward Mangano ordered the crime lab closed. Suspected foul-ups at the lab have now thrown the outcomes of thousands of cases over the past few years in question. Earlier this week, DA Rice appointed former Assistant State Attorney General Eric Dinallo to serve as special prosecutor, but now Governor Andrew Cuomo will make the appointment. The lab did crime investigation work, including testing blood alcohol content and narcotics. An outdoor advertising company has taken down a New York City anti-abortion billboard that showed a black girl along with the tagline, "The most dangerous place for an African American is in the womb." The company confirmed yesterday that it had decided to take down the billboard after some black residents said they found it offensive. The billboard was placed in a busy Manhattan neighborhood by the group Life Always as part of a national campaign tied to Black History Month. The group says its message highlights Planned Parenthood's targeting of minority neighborhoods. Planned Parenthood called the advertisement a condescending effort to stigmatize and shame African American women. Well, the 83rd Annual Academy Awards will be handed out this weekend, and 10 films are vying for the Best Picture Oscar. Jody Goldberg reports on some of this year's nominees.
Get up, you can't sit there, get up!
Why not? It's a chair.
That is St. Edward's chair.
People have carved their names on
Listen to me! Listen to me!
Why should I waste my time listening to you?
Because I have a voice!
Yes, you do.
The King's Speech tells the story of King George VI and his effort to overcome his stammer and find his voice. And it's definitely been heard with 12 Academy Award nominations. True Grit has 10 nominations. It's about a bounty hunter helping a young girl track down her father's killer.
What is your intention? I am to kill you!
Then there's The Social Network.
I'm talking about taking the entire social experience of college and putting it online.
It's based on the founding of Facebook, which changed the way people communicate, and it's competing for 8 awards. The Black Swan, also up for Best Picture, is about a ballerina fighting a battle with herself.
What's she doing here? He made me your alternate. The only person standing in your way is you.
There's another battle in The Fighter with 7 nominations.
What about my brother? He's taught me everything I know. I can't do it without him.
With all due respect, it's too much trouble.
Jackie, get on the ground right now!
This is the second year the number of Best Picture nominees was doubled in an effort to build the award show's audience. These are the 10 films nominated for Best Picture of the year. In the acting categories, critics say it's a two-way race for Best Actor between The King and the Geek. Colin Firth in The King's Speech and Jesse Eisenberg in The Social Network. And there's more uncertainty over Best Actress with Natalie Portman in The Black Swan and Annette Bening in The Kids Are All Right, both strong contenders. Read more about the nominees on my blog at linewstonight.wordpress.com and find out who will walk away with Oscar Gold this Sunday. Jody Goldberg, LI News Tonight.
Well, there's a big game for New York Institute of Technology's women's basketball team this weekend. If they win tomorrow against Malloy College, they advance to the East Coast Conference playoffs. The team's head coach says he's nervous, but not more nervous than usual.
Every game, I just want them to enjoy the game and to play hard and to represent our school. So every game's the same, but this one certainly has a little extra flavor on it.
Oh, I'm excited. This is do or die. When I go home, this is it right here.
And players told us what they're doing to prepare for the game.
Well, getting a lot of water, eating a lot of good, healthy things, trying to stay away from soda and things like that. Watching film, doing whatever I can to.
Well, the coach says it's been a long, grinding season, but he says he thinks the team is ahead of where they were last year. The game is scheduled for 1 p.m. tomorrow at Malloy College in Rockville Center. It was an up day on Wall Street today. The Dow was up almost 62 points. NASDAQ was up over 43 points, and the S&P was up 13 3/4 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
Learn how to become a Suffolk County cop. A seminar on the process will be held at the Huntington Public Library on Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. For more information, call 631-427-5165. Take a class in defensive driving at the Suffolk YJCC in Comac on Sunday, March 6th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. For more information, call 631-462-9800, extension 129. It's a Great Day for the Irish is a performance of Irish music at Brentwood Public Library on Sunday, March 6th at 2 p.m. For more information, call 631-273-7883 or take the Polar Bear Plunge at the Theodore Roosevelt Park in Oyster Bay on Sunday, March 6th at 1 p.m. For more information, call 516-378-2000, extension 355. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
In Melville, J.B. Buno, LI News Tonight.
In Bethpage, Stephen Katove, LI News Tonight.
At Belmont Park, Sophia Allen, LI News Tonight.
These are just a few of the people who have been reporting the news for LI News Tonight over the past year, and you could be one of them. Television news is an exciting and challenging career that could put you in the middle of what's happening and in touch with the people who are making the news. A career in television news journalism can offer you the opportunity to work as a reporter, camera person, or videotape editor, or any number of behind-the-scenes jobs, including producing or manning the assignment desk. And it's a career that can be yours by joining the LI News Tonight news team. Produced at studios on the campus of the New York Institute of Technology, LI News Tonight offers television news internships that can earn you college credits and the possibility of being on the air in just a few weeks. LI News Tonight has been the jumping-off point for many local and national news professionals, and you could be next. Call 516-686-7952 for more information on how to enroll for LI News Tonight, and let us put you on the air. Some top headlines around the world today. There are reports of additional deaths today in Libya's capital. after militias loyal to Muammar Gaddafi opened fire on opponents holding their first major protest in Tripoli in days. The protesters streamed out of mosques near a downtown square after prayers. Witnesses say they were confronted by troops and militiamen who opened fire. Witnesses report at least 4 deaths. Militiamen loyal to Gaddafi clamped down hard this morning, blocking off mosques and setting up checkpoints in the streets. Meanwhile, thousands of people are rallying in Cairo to keep up pressure on Egypt's military rulers to carry out reforms. An 18-day uprising brought down President Hosni Mubarak earlier this month, and the Egyptian military took control, but activists say they're worried the army is not moving quickly enough on reforms, including repealing emergency laws, releasing political prisoners, and removing members of Mubarak's regime from power. And the leader of Jordan's largest opposition group has warned that citizens' patience is wearing thin with the government's slow moves toward reform, and urged quicker steps to give Jordanians a bigger say in politics and have them elect their prime minister. An American CIA employee who faces potential murder charges in Pakistan insisted in court today in Islamabad that he should be set free because he has diplomatic immunity. Raymond Davis refused to sign the charge sheet and told the judge he did not want to participate because he has immunity from prosecution under international agreements covering diplomats. The U.S. government says Davis shot 2 Pakistanis to death in self-defense when they tried to rob him in late January. A film by some New York Institute of Technology students will be premiering this weekend in Bahrain. The 10 undergraduate students who made the film, Gilgamesh Pearl, are from NYIT's Bahrain campus. They based their action thriller on the legend of Gilgamesh, about a Sumerian king who went on dangerous journeys with his close companion. According to the college, the 4-month production was shot in part in the Bahrain National Museum. The school says the students are using the 1-day screening to raise money for a charity that builds water wells in African villages. A man and woman have been arrested in Wantagh after police were called to the scene of a report of a disturbance. Police say officers were called to a home on Duck Pond Drive in Wantagh early yesterday morning. They say while they were there, 41-year-old Ira Goldberg came out of the house with a 6-inch kitchen knife, which he then reportedly raised over his head. When police say they told him to drop the knife, he threw it at them and then ran back in the house. Officers say when they tried to place Goldberg under arrest, 38-year-old Lilia Vasquez of the Bronx fought with officers to stop them, and she was arrested too. A 19-year-old from northern New York was killed when a weight he was bench pressing fell on his neck and crushed his windpipe. State police say Tyler McGinnis of Crown Point died Wednesday. Troopers say he had been lifting weights by himself on Tuesday at a fitness studio in Crown Point, which is located about 90 miles north of Albany. A local newspaper said the teen was bench pressing when the weight fell on his windpipe. McGinnis was taken to the hospital and placed on life support, but died the next day. We had a rainy and windy day today. The high was up in the low 50s. Tonight should be partly cloudy and windy with a low in the upper 20s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high in the upper 30s. Sunday, a chance of rain or snow showers with a high around 40. Monday, a chance of rain with a high in the low 50s. And the outlook for Tuesday, a sunny day with a high in the low 40s. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a good weekend.